So thank you everybody for joining our Tech Tuesday today. We have Amanda Grant coming from House Amp. We're really excited about this. I'm just gonna let her get right into it because I think she'll be able to explain it a little bit better than I will. So go ahead, Amanda, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. So my name's Amanda and I'm with House Amp. We've been in business for about 1.5 years now. And what we do is we've built a platform. So we're a property tech firm and we have a pre-listing solution / platform where we provide equity-based funding to your clients. We also have contractor discovery for our realtor partners, and it serves as an invoice management platform as well. So I will go ahead and share my screen so I can go over the price points first, and then we'll dive right into the platform itself. All right, can you see my screen okay?
Yep, we're all.
Okay, great. So the wonderful thing about our program is that we have noticed our realtor partners really like to brand it as a product offering that your company offers and that you can offer your clients. So it gives you that competitive advantage. I know there are a lot of programs out there like this, and we have found that ours has very few limitations when it comes to, the lending itself, the contractors you're able to work with, what the homeowner can use the funds for. So it's very, very open. We don't like to limit how the homeowner wants to use the funds or which contractors that you want to work with. So I've created a branded flyer here for the turnkey group. So everything is branded to your brokerage. And basically, this is a flyer that you can hand out to your clients. So we make it really simple for you just to hand a one-page document over to your homeowners that may benefit from this program. And the cost of the program is it's an interest-free loan. It's a very unique loan. So we've partnered with a lender. They're called Pay at Close Loans Incorporated, and they have a very unique pay at close loan. So all funds out are fronted and then paid back through the closing process. And the price point for that is they charge an origination fee of 1.99% to borrow the full amount. And then the loan itself is interest-free for 3 months. So the interest doesn't start accruing until month 4. And the interest rate on that could be between 8 and 10%, depending on the borrower's risk profile. But the average loan with us is about 75 to 80 days. So it's very rare that the loans go into that month 4. So it's basically an interest-free loan. And the other costs that are associated with it is just a pass-through fee from the county. So the way that we secure the funds is we file a secondary lien on the property. So there are title fees and filing fees that go along with it from the county, but those are just pass-through fees that, again, are all paid through the closing process. So typical loan that we found homeowners will borrow will be between 30 and 40,000, and the typical cost would be about 1,400 for them to borrow the 30 to 40,000. And then for the platform side, so that's the fee for the loan. So it's just a 1.99% and then interest free for 3 months. And then there's a platform fee that is also charged into this. So it's 1.99% of their loan goes towards the platform. So it's basically a transaction fee that they're going to be charged. And again, it's all paid through the closing process. So the homeowner pays 0 through the entire process. And the very nice thing about our program, again, we don't limit who you want to work with. So we understand that homeowners and realtors, you guys all have long-term relationships with your contractors or your stagers or your movers. So we don't limit who you want the funds to be paid towards or what kind of project you want to get done on the property to help maximize that sale price. And something really neat that we've kind of newly explored is the fees that the loan can be paid towards other other things, not just home improvement. Recently, I helped someone get into a retirement community, and the funds that they use to borrow against their property, they use to move in and pay 3 months of rent and the move-in deposit for their community. So it doesn't have to be home improvement projects per se. And then one other thing too, the loan is not reported on their credit report, and it's not underwritten based off of their credit or their DTI. So the loan itself is based purely on the equity that's available in that property. And it won't show up as debt on their credit report. We don't report to any credit agency because we don't want to impact their ability to get that other mortgage. So I'm going to go ahead and move into your platform. I can stop there and see if anyone has any questions about the loan product.
I just want to say we've had other people such as Modus Title and Escrow that have offered a similar product in the past. The big difference is, because I met with Amanda last week, and I was very impressed because they offer some things that are different from what other companies that do similar things offer. And so I just wanted to quickly pose the differences so that you can see how this is, in my opinion, a superior product. So other products, let's use Modus Title and Escrow. And by the way, not saying anything bad about Modus Title and Escrow, they're great. But their loan program that they do similarly, right? They offer free financing essentially before listing your home to do upgrades. Then you sell your home and you pay them back when it closes. The difference is with Modus, I think you had to have a 680, credit score, which a lot of people don't. And again, their numbers may have changed. So if someone's watching this, feel free to correct me later. But it was a higher credit score. There is no credit limit or credit score minimum on this. There was also an appraisal, and for a few agents in our office, I heard feedback from them. The appraisals came in really low, kind of like a home equity line of credit or a refinance. When the appraisal comes in on those, they're normally lower than really what the market is. And so something cool that this program offered that was really attractive to me is they asked, what is the current value of your home? And then what's the ARV after you do these repairs, right? So if you have a home that, yeah, right now it has terrible flooring, it needs to be painted, it needs a new roof, it's probably worth about 400. But after we do those things, it's worth 480. So they want to make sure that what you owe on the property plus the loan of, let's say, 30,000 to get all that done is under 75% of the ARV as opposed to the current value. That's huge. That's something that nobody else that I've found offers. So anyways, that was what was really attractive to me. So again, no appraisal. It's a in-house kind of opinion value. They want to confirm that the numbers that we're providing they agree with them. No minimum credit. They don't even pull your credit. They do a soft credit pull to make sure you're not in bankruptcy in the past 2 years. So that's huge. And I just wanted to say that so that people, if they're like, well, what's different from this and other companies? That's the big difference.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that because I'm actually not familiar with that company, that Modus. So we hear of so many of these programs that exist today. And we're just really finding that, like you said, it's very open, and we wanted to make this as easy for the homeowner as possible to not, we don't want to impact their ability to get that mortgage. We don't want to report these to the credit agencies. We don't, just because, someone can't qualify for the DTI doesn't mean that they don't deserve that equity that's available in their property. We've made this very open for homeowners to be able to get that equity and use it because they deserve it. They've been paying on that home. So that's really why this program was built in the first place. The two owners of the company were sitting down talking, and they kept giving out funds to their friends because they didn't have either, like you said, the credit score limitations or the funds available to improve their property. They said, why, you've been paying mortgage on your home for, 20 years, it's available, it's there, and we just have to tap into it. So that's how we kind of secure the funds as well. So because we don't underwrite based off of the DTI or the credit score, we do file that secondary lien, which is removed through the closing process as well. So I'll go into the loan application and kind of what realtors see and then what the homeowner sees inside your platform. So again, it's a platform that is designed to match your look and feel of your environment and what you want the homeowners to see. So I just took the color codes off of that link that you guys provided. And I think that the gold color, it's the same number of what's on your website. So
yeah, that's great.
And again, you can customize it. So from the realtor side, you can upload your profile picture so that homeowner can get a, that secondary confirmation of who they're dealing with, that you're connected with the brokerage. You get the name of the brokerage, and then your dashboard is going to show your highlights. So how many service providers are you connected to, how many projects you've done or that are in process. And to update your profile picture and your information, you would just click on My Account and just update the information here. After you've had a conversation with your homeowner and you feel like this is a good fit for them and a good program, it's really easy. You click on Homeowner and Add New Homeowner. You just put in their name, their email, their mobile, and they get sent a customized email. Again, it's branded to you. It's going to have your name and your brokerage name. So we're just really verifying that connection with the homeowner. And a slight description of here's your invitation for the Pay at Close loan. Join me on my Pay Later platform. So I'll show you that in a minute, but the homeowner just clicks that and they go through a 2-minute application. Service providers, again, you can work with whoever you'd like. So 99% of our current service providers in the platform are either homeowner or realtor referrals because we're still building out that database. So if you have a service provider that you'd like to work with and you want to send them an invitation to work with you and your homeowner, you just click that and they get sent the same type of invitation that your homeowners get. But they also have their own separate sign-on. So they have the ability to upload invoices, and that's where the homeowner will pay the service provider through the dashboard. If you want to search for someone, it's easy to just input your zip code, and then a collection of service providers that are in the platform will populate here for you. And if you want to work with, a certain landscaper or a general contractor, flooring or whatever the case may be, you can click connect and then send connection. And that's going to connect you and that service provider through this platform. And here, the projects tab, you'll get an overview as a realtor to see where the homeowner is at and what stage of the project. So for example, Charlene, she's got painting and staining. She didn't assign a service pro yet. So that's the status that we're waiting for. So you can see that she wants to do painting and staining, but she may need help finding a service provider to do that. We also provide homeowners with the ability that come to House Amp outside of a brokerage. So if they don't get connected to through you or through another brokerage, then they can log on to houseamp.com and find a realtor. So it's another lead source for you guys. If we get an outside homeowner that logs on and they say, hey, I need a realtor, they can search through their zip code. And this is the connection notification that you'll get here. So it's another source of leads outside of connecting you and your homeowners through this dashboard. Any questions on the realtor side before I move over and show you the loan application?
Can I say a couple more things?
Oh yeah, please do.
Okay, sorry, I feel like I'm hijacking this, but
no, take over.
I've looked at a lot of similar products, and so along these lines, more things that this has that other products, similar products don't have. Again, going back to Modus, which is a good product, it's just different. It's like getting a hard money loan, where there's an amount of money. Let's say you qualify for $50,000, and then you want your flooring done. Well, you have to get a quote from the flooring company, and the flooring company has to send the quote. Then you send it to Modus, and then Modus pays the flooring company. It's a lot of work in this case. And again, Amanda, please correct me if I say something that's inaccurate. But in this case, the money, once you're approved for the $50,000 loan, it goes straight to the seller. So you can pick whatever contractors you want to use. If you have a friend who's going to help you do the flooring and you're going to do it way cheaper, you just have to go to Home Depot, buy the flooring yourself, and you have a buddy who's a contractor who's going to help you install it yourself, you can do it all out of your own bank account. So much easier. I can't overstate that enough. I just flipped my first home, and we went through hard money, and it was so complicated because every time we wanted more money, we requested a draw. They needed pictures of where we were at, proving that we spent the money on the right things last time. We didn't run to Disneyland with it. The cool thing with this is you just get the money. So like my mind even went here, like what if you have a seller who's in a really tight position, they need the money, they need to move into a rental, they have no money for moving costs or anything. So they get a $50,000 loan, they replace the flooring and the carpet and the paint the walls, and they put on a new roof, and then they need a deposit for their rental that they're moving into, and they need to pay $5,000 to a moving company to help them move. They can get a loan for all that. And again, I don't know if any other product does that. So think outside the box here. And where I'm going to go with this is put this in your pre-listing packet. When you go to a listing appointment, say, I've got a partnership with a lending company that can get you a portion of the funds that you're going to get at closing up front to help move things along quicker and easier for you. And if I'm going into a listing appointment offering this as something that I offer exclusively, as opposed to John Doe, the other real estate broker who they're interviewing, who's going to get the listing? I think I have a much better chance of beating out John Doe because I have this as an option that John doesn't have. So
you got it. Yeah. And that's really where we were going with this white label, private label offering is, like you said, when a homeowner is shopping around for realtors, you have this in your back pocket. Chances are if they can get fast money, and again, they'll have the money in 3 days, by the way, through this loan product. It's not a typical 45-day wait like you would for a HELOC. So yeah, again, it'll just increase your chances to win more listings and be able to fix those properties and maximize that price really for that homeowner. More money that they get, the more money you get. All right.
It does look like we have a question from Wilson. He's asking, how many transactions has your company done in 12 months and since its inception?
Yeah, of course. So we've done a couple hundred. So it's not up in the thousands. We're still kind of in that beginning stage. The past year and a half, we've been partnering with not just brokerages. So this is a recent launch that we've done through the private label. We're finding that this is a lot more attractive rather than just, like you said, going through some random company. So we've definitely done a couple hundred, and we've partnered with contractors who offer this. Realtors have done one-off, with us without their white label. But we have plenty of case studies we can send you guys. We have success stories out there from other realtors. We've got homeowners that have testimonials. We've got lots of case studies for you.
And then I also have just a question here. So I did it myself, but can you maybe go through and so when our agents are logging in for the first time they're logging into their account, because I know that they do have access at this point, can you just show them how to go through that? Because obviously you're going to have to click forgot password or something like that to reset your password. Can you at some point go through and do that for us?
Yeah. So we just uploaded the list, I believe today. So the access should be there by end of day. We have the implementation team on the back end giving you guys access. So I will touch base with them, but in general, you'll receive the confirmation email from the platform. So the email is going to come from hello@houseamp.com, and it's going to ask you to just confirm your email address. So you may just get that confirmation email. So that's all you would click is confirm email. And then your login is going to be your email address and that temporary password that was sent to you through that same email. Did you
Perfect, thank you.
already email?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What was that?
I'm sorry, Rachel, did you already get one of those from the platform?
I didn't. I actually just went through because we just partnered with a different platform, like that doesn't relate to this, and we had some struggles like getting into it. So I wanted to make sure that everybody that has access to it will be able to like easily access it. So I actually just went through and typed in my email address and then just clicked forgot password, and then it reset the whole thing for me, and I'm in. And so that's like,
perfect.
I guess, another option. So you guys,
Yeah.
I would just say wait for that email, but worst case scenario, you can always hit that forgot password.
Oh yeah, yeah. Thanks, Rachel. Yeah, so by end of day, you'll get that confirmation email. That's all directly to your inbox. Or you can, like Rachel did, go ahead and forget password, and you'll get an automatic email directly from the platform to reset that for you. All right, so I'm going to switch over to the loan application now to what the homeowner is going to see. And Isaac, I just wanted to say something about, so the funds they can be used for whatever the homeowner would like. But instead of having it sit in a bank account, it sits on a dashboard through their balance on their House Amp platform. So the money isn't dispersed directly to their bank account. It kind of is, but it's in a balance on their platform. So we take that burden off of the homeowner to pay their service providers. So they have the ability just to send money wherever they want to from their dashboard on the platform. So instead of that second step where the funds are direct deposited to their account and then they have to worry about paying their contractors on time, or, we take that burden off of their shoulders, and they just go in, hit approve, and then the platform will actually send an ACH credit directly to their contractor. And we don't verify what stage the project is at. We don't ask you to upload images. Like you said, if the homeowner has a friend that wants to redo the flooring, we can easily send a payment. The only requirement is that the service provider or whoever they're working with uploads an invoice, and then the homeowner just goes in, clicks one button, and sends the funds to them. So it's super simple. We don't verify anything at all.
So, but again, though, they could use sorry, I did misunderstand that, which is fine. They could use it though for like moving expenses to a rental. Yeah. Okay, and then they could, for example, go to Home Depot and buy $1,000 worth of flooring on their credit card and submit that receipt and get a payment directly to their bank account. So the one workaround for that is that we can't pay their credit card bill. It has to be sent to a bank account under a service provider name. So they would just add a service provider under, like, if they have a friend who's going to be doing that flooring, they would upload them as a service provider and then pay them through their service provider. So whoever's going to be buying that flooring will just have to pay for that expense up front, and then we pay them afterwards through an invoice. Perfect. Sorry, I was sneezing.
All right. So the first thing the homeowner is going to want to do is apply for their loan to make sure that they're eligible and to get their pre-qualification amount. So they would click on Pay at Close Loan, and they verify that this is the address that they're listing. And here's where Isaac was saying they put in their house value and then what they want to list it for. We'll do 400,000, and I'm going to shoot for 500,000. And again, we'll just put 2 months out. We're seeing typical listing dates of 75 to 80 days. Current mortgage balance. And again, we have partnered with a very known data provider that gives us all of this information. So we will get exactly what is owed on their mortgage balance. We'll get what their current value is, what their post-renovation value is. So we have automation tools on the back end that's going to be processing all of this. Again, their total monthly debt, the monthly income, and the credit score. And we make sure that there's something here that says just estimated, because again, it's not criteria for them to have any certain credit score, there's no DTI requirements, nothing. It just, it's part of the application though. Okay, and then here's where they get matched with a lender. So again, Pay at Close Loans is the lender that offers that Pay at Close loan, and their pre-qualification amount is $175,000. So here is where I recommend that you kind of pause and collect like those quotes and get the projects lined up, because once you submit the application, or once the homeowner submits the application, that 3-month time clock is starting. So you can pause here, they can get pre-qualified and then go through and get their bids from their contractors. And once they feel like they're in a good spot, then they move forward with the application. And then here's where they can add a co-borrower if they have someone else on the title. We have to disclose that we're doing the consumer report because it is a soft credit pull. It's not going to impact their credit at all. We, again, like I said, we don't report to the credit agencies. It's just a very soft pull. And then they can click here to get emailed all of those rates, fees, and cost disclosures, so they can get a copy of those.
So again, you wouldn't want to do this part until you would coach your seller to do this portion after you've already got your flooring company ready and your roofing company ready and your painting company ready, so that, because that 3-month period, it's important to stay within that time frame. Amanda, I'm sorry, maybe I got distracted in the beginning. Did you already specify what happens if they go over 3 months?
No, well, so at the 4-month mark, it converts to an interest-only payment, and the interest on that is going to depend on the borrower's risk profile. So it's going to be anywhere between 8 and 10% interest. So
I know you guys are all real estate brokers, so you probably know this, but just in case you don't, really simple math, how that's determined. If you get, let's plan for the worst. Let's say worst case, they're a 10% interest rate and they have a $30,000 loan. You go 30,000 times 0.1, that's 10%, equals 3,000, but that's a year. So divided by 12. So after 3 months, their payment would go to $250 a month. So even if you go over 3 months, it's not that much. It's not like something catastrophic where you're sent to collections and your credit's all affected. You just go to interest only payments, which is how a hard money loan would be anyways from day one. Most hard money loans, if you go to a private lender and you say, hey, I want a $50,000 loan, they're going to charge you 2 to 4 points. Meaning they're going to charge you right up front, 50,000 times 4% right up front. So that's $2,000. And then they're going to charge you interest only payments of 10, 11, 12% every single month until it's paid off. So again, you're just paying the points on this one, no interest, unless you go over 3 months, and then you pay small interest payments until it's sold. So that is something that you really want to make sure you educate your seller on, so that they're aware how this works. Again, we see loans and interest all the time. So for us, it's like a second language that we speak, but consumers don't necessarily understand what the hell a point means. And they don't understand that when you say you pay 10% interest, that's divided by 12 months.
Right.
I'm done, sorry.
No, thank you for that. I appreciate that. But yeah, you said everything exactly accurate. So that's exactly how it works. It's interest only. And again, it's going to be those rare cases where you have kind of that long project that goes into that few months that is going to even start collecting that interest. So we've determined that 3 months is a really good time frame to give homeowners that interest-free term. But again, there's always those cases. So it's good to know. So once they're done with the application, they hit submit and everything is done electronically. So all of the loan agreements, the cost disclosures, and even the deed of trust, it's all electronic. So they don't have to worry about printing off something, signing it, sending it in. They don't have to worry about all this paperwork they have to go through. It's literally just 4 documents that they sign through their email. It's super, super simple. And then once they get all of those documents signed, they'll have a balance right here on their dashboard. and they can start spending those funds within 3 days. And the homeowners also can connect with other service providers like realtors can. Again, if they've got friends that want to complete the work, they would just send them that invite here, put in their email address, and connect to their friend to their project. And I get asked this a lot. So I know realtors, you guys may have multiple businesses out there. I know some realtors have like other staging companies, other project management companies, and the answer is you can work with yourself. So if you have, your staging, if you have a separate staging company and you want to onboard them and upload the invoice through your own staging company, you can definitely do that. And the homeowner will just pay you through your staging company or your project management company or whatever company you're onboarding. But the good thing about this is the homeowner has full visibility of everything that's going on. They have the control of where they want to send the funds. They get copies of invoices that are uploaded, and it's a simple click to approve a payment, and then we take care of that and send it directly to that company. And because you are connected through an invite, you're automatically connected to the agent, the broker that sends the invite. So I'm under the homeowner account and I'm automatically connected to whoever sent me my invite. So my contact information is here. Everything is here for my realtor. Another good perk about the platform is I've noticed with other programs, with their contractors, for some reason, contact information is hidden from realtors. That was a big thing that was brought up a lot last week, was the provider they were working with wouldn't display the vendors that they were completing the jobs. They were kind of serving as a one-man contractor. So that's another thing here is you can onboard your service providers, or when you're searching for one, we display all of the contact information for you. Any questions on the homeowner side? Okay. Great. Well, I will have your access ready for you to log in to your own dashboard by end of day. And I will send a copy of this pamphlet over to Rachel. This is also an editable PDF where you can add your own contact information here as well. Like Isaac said, you can just include this in your listing packages and have that ready to go for your homeowner.
So just to clarify, if I want to start rolling on this today, I have a listing appointment tomorrow, let's say, and I can print out this flyer and like you did there, put in my information, and then is the website or the landing page is unique to me. Is that correct? And how do I get access to my specific unique website?
Yes. So I will send over the URL through email. I'll send that over to Rachel. All of you guys will get individual emails with access to the platform. So you should be able to have that URL, but I'll also send that over to Rachel as well to disperse.
I love it. This is super cool.
Yeah. Really neat. And I know the name Andrew Meyer. It sounds very familiar. Andrew, are you, were you part of the original onboarding? Do you have house stamp branding?
Yep, for sure. I don't know if I have the branding, but we met probably like a month or two ago, probably a month ago.
Yeah, yep.
Here's a trendsetter. He's ahead of the curve.
That's it.
Yeah, well, I can, because I think you're under the house stamp branding, so I'll just make sure to move you under this this site here, so you have the same access and the same look and feel. Oh,
awesome. Appreciate it.
Actually, yeah. This is just proof that Andrew is like just so selfish that he didn't share this product with everybody else.
No. I didn't think about it. Should have.
Andrew was like, oh, this is great. I'm going to be the best real estate broker in all of Tacoma.
Well, we didn't have the white label.
Gosh, Andrew, I see what you're doing.
but now that we have private label sites, it's available for everybody on a company level. So, and it's more, it's just more customizable for you as a brokerage. You know, like you said, it's a competitive advantage for you to gain more listings. So it's pretty neat. I'm gonna stop sharing now, and I can answer any questions, or is there anything else you want me to go over as far as the platform or the fees or anything like that?
I think I'm good. I think that was awesome. If people have questions that they can't find the answers to themselves, are you our direct contact?
Yes, I am for right now, but I'm going to be introducing, we have a real estate broker on our staff actually that holds training sessions. So like Isaac, you have, I think, 60 realtors in your office. So, and I know that people can't attend each session. So she holds regular weekly power training sessions for everyone. So I'll connect you with her. So that way everyone has access to be able to pop into whatever training sessions are available through us.
Love it.
One of the things that I do want to mention is this is very similar, kind of similar to the Cloud CMA platform that we partnered with just a couple weeks ago, in where it is not going to be on your one login page, I believe. So make sure that you guys are going to like the appropriate site. But like Amanda said earlier, you should be getting an email. It should link you directly there. And then it looks like Wilson has a question as well.
Yes. So I know there's lots of different platforms out there, and maybe direct or indirect competitors. Can you speak to maybe the difference or advantage over like flyhomes.com? We're kind of seeing that a lot out there as of recent. Are you familiar with them?
I am, and I'm familiar with Curbio, and there's one called Revive. There's inside programs as well, like Keller Williams has Keller Offers. There are very similar programs that are out there, and I would say the major difference that we have is that flexibility. So a lot of programs are limited not just on who you can work with and what contractors can complete what jobs, or even telling the homeowner what projects they need to complete. There's a really strong emphasis on that. And then also location. So a lot of the programs I'm finding out there are not available in the entire state of Washington or the entire state of whatever state that they're operating in. That's a unique feature about ours, is just because it's in a rural area does not mean that we won't be able to fulfill that for you. So
that was another thing I found with all the other programs. Like they go too far out on the Key Peninsula and so on. That was a really odd limitation of some of the other programs I looked into. But I think the biggest one, Wilson, to answer your question, is I have not found one that doesn't need like some approved big name licensed and bonded contractor to do the work. It can be casual. It can be literally be a friend helping you do the flooring. They have to send an invoice, but you can use anything to create an invoice. That's pretty huge. And then the fact that you don't need to use it just strictly for house repairs. You can literally use it for moving expenses. I think that's huge. I just thought of something. I probably know the answer, Amanda, but you can't. No, you already answered this. You can't pay. It has to be paid to an account. So you can't like pay off like debt or something. But no, that was.
I wish. I know. that was like one of many questions we get is, can you pay my credit card bill? Can you pay off this loan? Can you, can you pay this directly to my account so I can pay a loan? But unfortunately, it has to go through that invoice feature that we have. So. Service provider onboarded to platform, they upload an invoice, we pay them. That's really the only strictness about it, I would say. But again, we don't limit who that service provider is. So it could be anybody that you want to work with.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's great.
This is super awesome. Thank you so much, Amanda, for joining us today. I'm really excited to see what you guys do with this and how this benefits your business. So I will be watching closely. But thank you, Amanda. And I think we're done. So everybody have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thanks, everybody.
And again, you'll get those emails later today.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks. Have a great one. Bye-bye.